everybody, this is Stacy of Ladybug Scraps. Today I'm going to show you some of your options when digital scrapbooking. I love to print out my pages. I use a fabulous company for pages like this, and this is just a regular 12 by 12 binder, photographic binder, scrapbook, whatever you want to call it. I got very lucky and I got a big deal of them on sale at Ollie's for $5 a piece. Normally they're like $20 to $30. They're 3-ring binders. They're made by We Are Memory Keepers. My page protectors are also by We Are Memory Keepers. I absolutely love them. And I love that they're actually a little bit smidgy bigger than 12 by 12 because it has this little extra space, so I don't have to worry about the edges of my pages sticking out at all. Anyway, so I use this fabulous company. I said Persnickety Prints to print my pages, and here are some of the pages that I've just gotten. So I'm just going to flip through slowly, showing you. There's going to be some blank pages because I don't scrap chronologically, but when I throw them into my albums, they are mostly in order chronologically. And just a quick sneak peek at some, I've even used screenshots from my daughter FaceTiming me. And selfies from my cell phone. This is actually a picture of a picture. This original picture is right over here on my refrigerator. I'm in my kitchen, on my kitchen countertop. And I love this page because this is Austin the very first time, and Chris. The Eagles went to the Super Bowl when Austin was an infant. And I have this picture because we had a few people over at our house for a little bit of a Super Bowl party. Not a big party, but just a few people. Well, we did it again this time in 2018 when the Eagles went to the Super Bowl again. And I thought it was great to get another picture of the two of them in the kitchen in their Eagles gear. There's many things that I love about digital scrapbooking. I love that I can resize my photos and edit them right while I'm scrapbooking, so I can go really big or I can go really small. I'm not trapped into the 4x6 size or knowing what I need ahead of time to print it out. And even cell phone pictures blown up aren't bad looking at all. I do have a regular camera that I use for a lot of photos as well, especially holidays. I'm not a fan of my handwriting. I do have neat handwriting most of the time as a teacher, so I know how to print very nicely. I just don't like it, and I'm a horrible speller, so I really love being able to type into my program what it is I want to say. I love that I can reuse my kits over and over and over again, which you'll see when I show you my Disney book. I've used a lot of the same kits repeatedly so that it has a little bit more of the same feel to it. So anyway, like I said, I ordered these pages, regularly priced. They are $1.99 a piece, which is not a bad price, honestly, for $2. I mean, by the time you print photos and buy all your regular papers, you're already up to that per page or more sometimes, depending on your embellishments. I usually wait for a sale, and then they are $1.50 to $1.75 a page. I just ordered on Super Bowl Sunday. They just had a sale and they were $1.50 a page, and I ordered a ton of photos. Or pages, I should say. I don't usually scrapbook things going on in our world, but we went to see this movie and we love this little girl Claire when she sings her song. She does a lot of Disney songs, so we all like watching her videos. My daughter, she sent me these pictures from in the fall. Her and some friends went to a sunflower field at college. And we had a family weekend in the fall. I did some pictures of my artwork. I like to paint and draw. I don't get a lot of time for it, but I still like to do it occasionally. My daughter and her boyfriend. And then Christmas time. Lots of Christmas pages. And that's all for this album. Now I'm going to show you a Disney album. It's not 100% done. It's mostly done, but you know. It's just fun to scrapbook. So sometimes I redo pages. So here is, oops, a Disney book. And again, like I said, you'll see a lot of the kits used over and over again in it. This is the resort we stay at when we go to Disney. Some of these kits are mine. They're available on my Etsy store. Some of them are from other fabulous designers. I cannot take credit for everything. The pictures are almost all mine. Some of them are actually in Disney. Some of them are from the PhotoPass photographers, or they're from my camera that I've given to the PhotoPass photographer. I know I have a lot of Mickey because I kept wanting to scrap Mickey. Let's see, this is another thing I like to do in Photoshop. When I scrapbook, I took the picture of Belle and I zoomed in on her really close, and then I blended it into the background paper. So you just catch the edge of my daughter's face and Belle. Belle was Amanda's favorite princess. And then some other pictures. No, Austin didn't want to be with the princesses. He was fed up with them. But Cinderella snagged him anyway. And the castle, I absolutely love taking pictures of the castle. I could stand there all day. My husband says I'm crazy because I said I would absolutely love a day in Magic Kingdom by myself just to walk around taking photos. Some of these pages are older and my style's changed a little bit in some aspects. Some of it has stayed the same. Some pages I've done for challenges in online galleries and forums. Some are just for fun. And oh, I love this page. This was a template, I think. I can't remember who made it, but I absolutely loved all the look of the layered papers. But even though it's got all these layers, it is still perfectly flat, which also means that I can get more pages into an album than I could if I was using real paper and elements, because the 3Ds, it would make them very thick. So I'm just going to thumb through quickly some of the pages. It was a good trip. We had so much fun. And then after this, I'm going to show you, that page too. I love all of them, what can I say? Oh, photo masks are a really fun thing to use too. So this was made out of a whole bunch of stars with a big blob of what I would call paint, a paintbrush in the middle. And then I merge it all together and put my photo on top. I also like connecting my fonts to my frame of my photo. Oh. Oh, I wish they were this little again for fun stuff like this. But here's another sample of, I just like the photo so much, so I have 2 pages with the same picture. I don't care. I like to scrapbook. We had a really good time that year. We have a good time every year at Disney, but this one was extra special. We actually spent 2 weeks in Disney, which we never do. The first week was with my mom and dad. They brought my niece and nephew that they have custody of, and my sister had her kids down there, so we had all the cousins together, which was very rare, as we all live in different states. So that was a fun trip. The first week the whole family was there, and then the second week it was just us. I spent my birthday in Magic Kingdom. It was phenomenal. Now, another option when you're doing digital scrapbooking is to have your pages put into a book. Now, these are very different, even though they're both Disney. And I know this one is 2006, this is 2009. This book is very special to me because this was my very first digital scrapbooking project. And when I look at it, I can see that I have grown tremendously. So when I look through this book, first of all, most of the kits in this book were things I found for free online, but there are no drop shadows, so everything is flat. I didn't know much about editing my photos yet, so some of them are really dark. I didn't know about the drop shadows, so everything is very flat. Very limited on my fonts and my journaling, but it still has lots and lots of photos. I love to take pictures anyway. And I wouldn't change it. I mean, I might go back and redo it and do another book of all of these pages, but I would change them up, obviously. I wouldn't, you know, not have this book because it definitely shows me how I've grown as a scrapbooker and the things that I've learned. And I love doing this too. Occasionally just throw in one big picture as a page. Lots of little free kits. I don't even remember who half these designers are. This template I have, it took me a long time to figure out how to use this, and I still did not use it correctly. And I can see my mistakes in it, but I don't know that anybody else, well, nobody in the family can anyway. Another scrapbooker would probably pick them out right away. And this, I love the big photo blended in the background again. So that was my very first scrapbooking endeavor into digital scrapbooking, not paper scrapping. This was something I did that I really liked. I had each of my children write what they, well, not the 5-year-old, but write their favorite memories and best part of our whole vacation. So I had those in that book. But then I have this book that I went back in time. I had started paper scrapping this trip, but I never got around to finishing it. And by this trip though, or by the time I scrapbooked this book, I knew about drop shadows and how to use templates much better than I did in the beginning. Some of these kits are kits I paid for. A lot of them are still freebies. Most of the, I still wasn't real good on editing my photos, and I know when I get to the bell page you'll be able to see it. But some of the drop shadows are a little harsh, but I was still learning. This is even, oh gosh, I even did this quite a few years ago. I don't remember now. There are a lot of cute little free things. Bell page. I know that it's very dark, the photos. But I love seeing my growth. And this is a big project. Yeah, this is it. The pictures just looked very dark to me, and if I knew a little more about editing, I would have lightened them a little. But anyway, I have not done a complete digi-scrapbook on Shutterfly other than my Disney books because it's a very, very, very big project to get done all at once, and it's very time consuming. So for the most part, I have been just printing my pages and putting them into these binders and sticking them on the shelf, and then as I get the pages done, adding them. But anyway, if you do something different than these pages or a photo book, I'd love to hear about it. So please be sure to leave me a comment in the section below, and I hope you have enjoyed taking a quick peek at the actual physical product after you get it back in your hands, and it's so nice to enjoy these memories. Alright, I hope you all have a happy, scrappy day. Thanks for watching. Bye!